Well, hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to a little gardening show. I wanted to take you along here and show you some things that we got from the neighbor here recently. First thing, things are these, they're called, I think, earth ships or something. They're basically compost bins.
You know what I call those two things?
What?
They do kind of look like Darth Vader heads, don't they? But they open up, you put your scraps in there, close it to lock it, and then over time it breaks down, you lift this up and scoop out your compost.
That would be perfect house
So,
for peppers.
just need to stake these down. I brought some tent stakes with me to drive those down. And this one's missing a door.
Well, sure, you could probably fabricate something.
Yeah, put something on that.
You know, if we drill holes here, you got one here, we could fashion them, you know, some kind of plate.
Plastic plate.
Yeah.
Looks like all the sweet potatoes are dead. Except for
Yeah, all the sweet potatoes are pretty much didn't make it.
There's one on the end of this metal roll that's fine, but then this one.
Yeah, and some of them they just didn't have enough roots. We didn't plant them deep enough, whatever. So no biggie. We'll get some more slips.
And this one, Daddy planted them way too early.
Yeah, it could have been early. They're usually end of April, beginning of May.
And you never filled the holes up.
We don't want to fill the holes up, honey.
Daddy, and definitely this one is not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Well, let me unlock the door.
Okay.
Because the bugs are dead.
The other thing is we got this. How big is this bed? About 16 foot? 20 foot?
Yeah. At least 20, yeah. If not 22 by...
I don't think it will have to be because this is like
Yeah, we can mark it off.
8, 9, 10,
Right.
11, 12. Daddy, it's about 12 feet long. Tag.
5,
Let's
6,
play the horse seat tag.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes, I was right. It's 12.
12, good job, bud. So we got a 12 foot raised bed. It's about a foot and a half,
Daddy, you can put your
half high. Anyway, the neighbor, he's not going to do a garden this year, so he gifted this and brought this over. So we got it set up, got it filled with some topsoil from his garden. We're going to top it off and try to plant some herbs or something in here. So that should be pretty cool. But for today's project, we're going to work on it a little bit. The tomato trellises. I don't know if you can see that out in the distance, but I've got the parts to put the top rail back on the one there that blew off last year. And then what we're going to do, these cages, we're going to bend them out flat and use them as panels this year and string them up between the trellises there. So once we get them bent out flat, which shouldn't take too long, we're going to leave the hooks in case we want to bend them back, but we're going to bend them out and then sanitize them at some point because it's got residue, and though, you know, maybe it's not active, I mean, who knows how long those spores from, like, you know, any kind of fungal disease lasts on these things. So we're going to clean them with a little diluted bleach solution with a pressure washer once we get them out. So we'll see what we can do. So we've gotten quite a few cages straightened out. We left the hooks on there.
I'm going to count them.
You can count them. So it'd be pretty easy to put them back together. Dad's got a tool to snip a zip tie that's holding two of these.
I'll land it after that one.
You need some gloves, bud. So then what we're doing Wait, bud. Samuel, wait.
I know we have to.
No, leave it how it is. I'll step on the end here. Your grandpa pulls the other end. Gets it laid down. Enough that we can, watch out, bud. Can take it then and flip it over. And I pick up the other end.
Over here.
Keep it stretched out so as they walk it out. We bounce on that. And then Dad and I stand on each end. Pull it about 2 lengths back and pull this out. Just kind of stretch it back to take the bend out of it because that's where it was bent last time. And there you have it. How many we got bent out so far, bud? Yeah, so we got a few more to do. A couple we're going to keep. And keep them open, use them as trellises for the cucumbers and stuff. So,
What we could just do,
what?
we could just keep those ones. There's 5 of those. That would be perfect for the cucumbers.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Here, give me my glove, bud. Alright, on to the next thing here. So we decided to keep a few of these. We used them for the cucumbers last year, just open them up and put them down so they'd have something to climb a little bit. Not too concerned about the watermelon, they're going to sprawl everywhere anyway. I think the Blue Hubbard squash used these two to vine a little bit. The other squash varieties are more like a bush type, so we didn't really need them. But here we are, we got all this paneling now. We're going to recycle for the tomato trellis, and what we're going to try to do is hook it together and put some tension on it. Drive some stakes and mount it basically on the frame just to give the tomato something really secure to climb this year, as opposed to tying the strings down. Maybe tie strings down later. I may not mess with it if we get the panels kind of installed about midway up, so that once the tomatoes are up about 1.5 feet or so, they're starting to reach the bottom of the panel, and then we can start training them through the openings. You can kind of weave them that way. They do need to be clean, so once again the project this week is to drag them up to the driveway, asphalt driveway, and pressure wash them with just a diluted bleach solution, just to get any kind of spores or any kind of disease residue off of these things, and then we'll see how it goes. We do have a few more cages here that started out. I need to move them off that fence. On a side note, the rhubarb is just really taking off. Again, all these flowers, they're going to close up, and they're already starting to. They're already starting to develop just the first bit of seed pods there. Let's see if I can take one off so you can see what it looks like. You know where that's been pollinated. Still not a viable seed. It needs to dry out, but there's actually flies, all kinds of insects on here, but mostly flies that have been on here going to and fro. But we'll have plenty of Ukrainian rhubarb seed then to expand this patch if we want to. And then in subsequent years, again, if we didn't want seed, what I would have done is, as those stalks are coming up, I would have cut them out and just terminated the seed stock. And there's sweat bees too. There was a sweat bee right there. We got a few other things we're going to do. We'll go down to the trellis here and show you a little bit closer. I've got some replacement parts for the top rail here as that split. Last year I didn't have initially these T-posts in to reinforce these things, and we had a real bad storm came through and just totally trashed about half of these trellises, and I had to go back in and put them back together, and then came back and put the T-posts in, and that seemed to do the trick. So I've got 2 trellises yet that need T-posts, and we'll get that upper beam. And then, like I said, we're going to try to attach the cattle paneling up a ways so that about half this trellis is in paneling. And if the tomatoes climb past that, I can run strings down and tie them up if we want to. We'll see how it goes. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time.